Hey folks, here we are back on another walk. Nothing fancy this time. We're just going to do our regular route and probably a little bit abbreviated, maybe about an hour. We'll walk about 3 miles. I've got to get more work done on these trombone charts. I'm getting there. I got one in the can. I've got a second one just about done. My original deadline was September 1st, but being September 2nd now, I'm just trying to get them done as soon as possible so the students will have some stuff to work on. So come on in. The water's fine. We're going to walk a little while, and I'll get this turned around so you can see some sights instead of my ugly mug. Who wants to look at that for an hour? Not me. Come on in and say hi. We're doing our regular route down to the river. Turn up north, go about a mile, turn on back. Going for a 3 or 4 mile walk tonight. Want to get back early enough to do some work. Hey, Big Zebra, what is U20? What is U20? I don't know. What's U20? Is that a riddle? Hi, Lo. Good to see you. I am doing well. And God bless you as well. I don't know. I just didn't have a great day at work. And people were sending me screenshots of stuff somebody was saying about me, and it's just trying to forget all that and go walking now. But thank you for your lovely words. My T-shirt, U20. Let me turn that. Oh, U20. That's always. It's not U20. It's OSU. It's flipped around though, so the thing you get an inverted image when you do the selfie thing. It is Oklahoma State University, OSU, U20. You silly person. It's backwards, man. It's a backwards shirt. That's crazy. You know me and my Oklahoma State shirts. I taught there for like 8 years. I mean, I'm gonna have some memories. I got 2 degrees from there. Taught there for a while. I'm gonna be a fairly devoted fan of Oklahoma State University, so that's the way it's gonna be. Our usual route down to the Quick Trip. Gonna get a lovely beverage. Continue on down to the river. The easy stuff early, the downhill. The crappy uphill stuff when we get tired. Does it have anything to do with Oklahoma the musical? Oklahoma. Did you write Oklahoma? I think you wrote Oklahoma. And Lo says, to be honest, whoever it is probably is an incel living in their mom's basement. Yeah, you're probably right. But it has to do with that subject that people like to throw around, and the easiest accusation in the world to make on the internet. People twist something you said, God, 7 years ago out of context. And suddenly you're into kids or something. It's just not the case. It's such a strange thing to say about me too. Anybody that actually knows me. I don't. Never mind. No point talking about it. Oops, spelling. Oklahoma the musical was Rodgers and Hammerstein back when Oklahoma was first becoming a state. His statehood was, I believe, 1910, somewhere around there. And there's in 1917, somewhere in the early 20th century. But I live in Oklahoma, so yeah, I suppose it does have something to do with the musical about Oklahoma. Would I consider doing food reviews? Hi, Senator 18 with cheese. I'd consider it. I just don't think it'd be very interesting. I don't eat much food, so that's going to be a problem. I barely eat anything at all anymore, which is, you find out surprisingly, you don't have to eat much. Well, you got to stay, you got nutrition and blah, blah, blah. You really don't need to open. That was 1907, thank you. I don't know why I thought 17. I should know that. I should know my Oklahoma history. But I remember the land runs. April 22nd, 1889 was the first land run. the unassigned lands. That's where you got the nickname Sooners, the people that crossed the border early, staked their claims before the guns even went off. That was April 22nd, 1889. I remember that date. And then you had lots of other Cherokee outlet, Chickasaw outlet. The no man's land, which is now the Panhandle, was opened by the Organic Act in Congress. So yeah, I should know my history, but I don't. I don't remember dates very well. Hi, Arnie. Thank you for saying hi. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to say I think Oklahoma was the 46th state. I can check my math on that. But I think we were the 46th state. Oh, I've forgotten. I mean, I had Oklahoma history in ninth grade. That would have been, gosh, it would have been about 15. It would have been about 1981, 1980 or 1981. So you can't blame me for forgetting stuff 45 years ago. Can't really blame me for forgetting that information. Certainly don't use it every day. Yes, 46th state. I remembered something. Wow. Hard to believe. One meal. Don't starve yourself. Hi, Supno. That's the thing. I'm not starving myself. I generally do eat one meal a day. Occasionally, I'll get some jerky or a little tuna, and I'll get one of those little rice-a-roni heat and eats and put some chunk tuna or chicken in it for some protein. But that's once in a blue moon. Maybe once every 2 weeks I'll do that for lunch. Otherwise, I don't eat lunch. I eat something between 5 and 6 right as I'm getting off work. Unless you decide to fast, yeah. Yeah, it's amazing how little food you really need to sustain yourself. As long as you're eating fairly, high protein stuff, you can do with very little. At least I can. Maybe it's part of getting older. Maybe it's part of just being so focused on trying to get some of this weight off. Damn it, I'm plateaued at 180. I really want to get back in the 170s. I got to like 179.6 one way in. And I was so excited, and then I went right back up to near 185, and I've just toggled between 180 and 185 ever since. Yeah, you can go a long time without food, really, as long as you're hydrating. I do drink plenty of water. I drink my coffee in the morning. So coffee ain't gonna be nutritional value, and I drink decaf, so the stimulant's not there. Why do I drink coffee? I like the hot beverage in the morning. I don't know. Probably I'll let it go. Yeah, let it go. It's called fasting. Yeah, humans have been doing it a long time. Again, I'm just surprised by how little food you really need to like survive. People have told you your whole life, well, you got to eat 3 square meals a day if you want to be big and strong. It's just like, man, you really don't need to eat that much. Have you tried it? I've tried it center, yeah. I've done egg fasts. Those are no fun. 5 to 7 days of nothing but eggs, butter, and cheese. Try it sometime. And water. That's it. Eggs, butter, cheese, and water. And when I say butter, it's fats. You can use mayo. You can use yogurt. And cheese. That's it. Yeah, it sounds great until about the 3rd day. And you get sick of eggs pretty quick. Somebody's cooking something or got an open flame because I smell fire. I smell fire. Oh, Lord Jesus, there's a fire. Oh. But that egg fast, if you do it rarely, if you do it like once or twice a year, you can lose 5 to 10 pounds in a week. Real easy. This really works. My height's about 5'11". At 5'11" and my age, I should weigh about 170. 170 is on the high end of healthy weight, actually. So I'm still a little overweight. I'm certainly not obese. I'm well under the 30 BMI. I'm probably about 28-ish, 27 and a half, 28. But I'm just frustrated by this plateau lately. Having a hard time getting under 180. Hence the walking. My favorite's on those days where I walk like 7 miles and gain a pound and hardly ate anything. It's like, what is going on? So we're just gonna push through it. I'm not in any big hurry. I don't need to be 170, for a wedding in October or something. I have no real time goal here. I'm just trying to get to healthy weight. Been there, or you're a growing boy. I don't think I'm a growing boy anymore at 59. I don't think that's the issue. It's been balloted about, well, maybe all this walking, I'm strengthening my calves and my leg muscles and my core a little bit, and I'm gaining a little muscle mass. It's possible. I don't think it's likely. I think something's just hanging me up. Like my body wants to be 180 pounds and is resisting all attempts to shed another 10 pounds. Maybe we could try for ketosis again. Maybe my body's just storing, I'm quote unquote starving myself and storing a bunch of fat. A body will do that. We out camping? No, we're not camping. We're walking in an urban area. Sun right in my face. Sorry about that. We're walking by the old China Walk. Is my usual route. I think today we'll actually go to the crosswalk. Try to do things right. Go over to the Quick Trip, grab me a lovely beverage, and head down to the river for a mile or so of river walking. I've been 210. I was 235 less than a year ago. Go look at my old videos. You can tell. Go look at my videos from like 4 or 5 years ago. Holy cow. I thought I was pushing 250. I was a chubby sucker. Weak. By chubby, I mean obese. I was obese. Oh, here we are, Peoria Avenue, I-44, Skelly Drive as it is. It's frontage road to I-44. Got to be careful here. People turn off to the right. Have a wrap fast. Just eat wraps with Mrs. Dash seasoning. Calories free with mustard, spinach, and turkey meat. Sounds fairly healthy, depending on the type of bread you use for the wrap. Got to watch out for those white bread tortillas. They'll pack on the carbs real quick. I try to stay away from carbs for the most part. I do like my potatoes. I'll do roasted potatoes quite often. And they're kind of high in carb, but cucumber and mushrooms, there you go. Oh, I do take the potatoes and cube them, and then I rinse them in water for hours to get all the starches out. So crisp up better. So that helps with the carb count too. Can wash a lot of that starch out. I do love me some cucumber and mushrooms. I was thinking I should go back to eating salads. Salads with a little bit of fat-free dressing. Lots of veggies in there. That's good stuff. Okay, we'll keep coming up on the QT, the Quick Trip. And as traditional, when I go into the Quick Trip, I am going to stop my cam and my mic. So nobody's unwanted on my cam. They don't like that. So I shall be back in just a couple minutes. See you in a minute, folks. All right, exiting the store, taking the cap off this damn thing. Oh, and spilled on myself. Always fun. Electrolyte Zero, strawberry banana, not a sponsor, folks. Oh, it's so good when it's cold out of the fridge. Got that little bit of banana taste to it, a little bit of strawberry. You can taste in there. 0 calories, zero sugar. Well, a nominal amount of sugar from the molasses in there, but and it's stevia flavored, so it doesn't have that nasty aspartame aftertaste. Good stuff. Hiya, Sydney. Hiya, Bum. Will we see the eagle? I doubt we get up that far, Bum. I think I'm doing an abbreviated so that I can get a couple hours of work done on my trombone charts. I'd really like to get that second one in the tank so I don't feel too bad about having two done almost by the deadline. They want 3 charts. And of course, I saved the third one, the hardest one, for last. Haven't really touched that one yet. And it's going to be a bear. A little tune called Skin and Bones by Johnny Blass from, I want to say from the 80s. 4 trombones and Latin rhythm section. So it's tough. Oh, just realized I need to put this on all messages. There we go. I always forget to put it on all messages, but I did not forget today. I just did it. I do not want Vaughn to go to jail. That would stop all the content, which is frankly going to come to an end before before any of us know it. One of these days, he's just not going to wake up, and we're never going to know what happened. Hi, Random Life Stuff. You lawbreaker. What law did I break, sir? I'm a model citizen. What in the world law did I break? Sir, I'm a model citizen. Except, yeah, whatever. It is a beautiful sunset, isn't it? It's a little too bright, and when it's not quite sunset, the sun is behind some trees, as you're going to find out in just a second when we all get blinded. See, here it comes. Wow! Ugh. Right as it comes out behind that tree. But it is beautiful. Hey, look, I just got recommended my own stream. My stream from 8:30:25 just got recommended to me for you. Watch your own video. Oh, okay. From 4 days ago. What a weird recommendation. 3 days ago. The 30th. Yeah, it was 3 days ago. Saturday. Night Walk and Chat. And this is going to be Night Walk and Chat 9/2/25 when I get back and edit the title. Missed you guys yesterday. It was rainy, and I just had to spend all night at the computer. I was up till about midnight. Maybe that was part of my bad day at work. I just woke up tired and groggy. And then literally 3 different people sent me a screenshot from THN. Same screenshot. Same screenshot 3 times. It's like, yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I'm really not that into what they're saying about me. Just thought you'd like to know he's still obsessed with you. Yeah, I know. Sorry for my bad day work. It's not a problem. We were a little understaffed, and you know how that goes. I only had one driver until about 10:30. He had to go see a radiologist, cardiologist, my good driver, and so I stuck with the other gal from 8 until about 10:30. And then there wasn't enough help up front. The truck came in today, and it's just, a lot of shit. And I had my laptop on there trying to get some some work done, on my boss's dime. And when I say my boss's dime, I have a salary position. When I get my work done for the day or for the week or whatever, I get ahead. I'm gonna have some free time because my job is not one of those constantly have a task kind of things. It's demand driven. And sometimes the demand gets really intense, and other times you can go 2 hours and not have a sale at all. So that bothered FJ so bad that I would have times when I could sit there and chat or whatever at work. Oh, my boss's time. You should be wiping the shelves. Dude, my shelf is clean. Wonder why they can't catch a hint that I don't care about the screens. Yeah, nah, it's whatever. It's just funny. It was three people at once within like 30 minutes of each other. Hey, just thought you'd like to see this. Hey, stuff's going on. But it's okay. And I appreciate your concern. And I appreciate your kind words. It's going to be all right. We have a better day tomorrow. Store manager be on vacation. Shit's just going to happen. I had to help up front a little more than I'd like to because we got some new folks and not very good at what they do yet. So they need a little direction, a little help. I am one of the managers in the store, even though I'm commercial manager. I really shouldn't have to deal with retail at all. Sometimes just the need arises. Hey, where's alternators? Hey, where are power steering hoses? That kind of shit comes up. Can't be a negative Nancy. Got to help. Help the new guys. There we go. Got the sun behind the retaining wall. That's much better. 12 folks in here. Say hi if you haven't already. I'll say hi back. I do watch my chat. I do try to interact. That's what I like about these things. That's what I like about doing this live as opposed to pre-recorded videos. It's just a different vibe, man. Sometimes, but sometimes nobody talks and we just walk and watch the trees go by. And other times people like to interact. You take the good and the bad, and you take the weird and the fun, all in stride. And that's a walking pun, son. It's a walking fun pun, folks. You take it all in stride, and you keep striding. Better watch your chat. But what, Sister Sunshine? You better watch your chat, Sister Sunshine. The outside chat. I remember that stream. I was in that outside chat. I don't remember if I posted much. I don't think I did. But boy, I was laughing. That was one of the funniest things I ever saw. Sister Sunshine just laying into Vaughn. And him not catching a clue about it. Here's an unattended dog, a beagle dog, walking into this, what would you call, circle? Not traffic circle, it's a street circle. It's a Snoopy dog. He sees me, he's coming up to me. Great, I get to interact with someone's dog. This is my favorite part of walking. Go home. He's coming up here to the trail. No, he's tied up something else. Never mind. Not following me. Not a big fan of interacting with strange dogs. One of the best Vaughn streams. You're right, Mom. Too bad you deleted almost all. Yeah. There are folks that have it. I see it from time to time. She was one of the realest people that ever met Helen. Now, come on. I have always been honest with Vaughn. Always. I don't gas him up. I don't buddy troll him. I tell him the way it is. And I think one of the funniest things is about how he's just constantly wrong. And you tell him he's wrong and he digs in harder. He double dips on that shit. I just think that's the way to troll him. But other people disagree. We can have disagreements and not be disagreeable. See? Still floats around, yeah. It's on some archive channels. Boy, that was funny though. And the sun just came back around from the wall there. Get under those trees, son. Get out of my face. What the hell? We're 50 yards from turning. Anyway, so it won't be in my face for long. Won't be in my face for long. See if we can get across the right turn lane here. Nope, 2 cars coming. As per usual. This guy's letting me go. This fella's letting me go. And it's going to be a minute because it just turned green the other way. Yeah, that's what I love. Is he never takes my advice. I tell him the absolute truth, and he just will not accept it. Like Vaughn, I'm not trying to buy your property, Vaughn, I don't own your property, Vaughn. I own the tax lien, Vaughn. I'm not trying to take. I'm not interested in your property, Vaughn. Vaughn, in Kentucky, buying a lien doesn't give me any rights to your property at all. Doesn't even give me first dibs on an auction. It's absolutely nothing for me. I'm just paying them money. I mean, that went on for weeks, man. The guy still would come on there. He's trying to buy my property, and this guy that bought my property, like, dude, I didn't buy your property. And Cisco jumped in there too. Cisco's so damn stupid. He bought it, hook, line, and sinker. You're dumb, man. Somebody bought your property. Should have been much more worried about that principal across the street. He actually wanted the property. I wasn't the slightest bit interested in owning it. Bike crossing the path, and we're walking, folks. We're turning north. Bye, son. Say goodbye to the sun. We're heading north. He could have sold the property and saved his ass. Absolutely. And then, the bit about Charity and Brian buying that one lick, whatever, for 10,000. I don't buy that for a second. So he could pay the liens. He didn't pay the liens. She paid me. Now, what he's trying to say is they took property and in turn paid off the liens, which was worth 10,000. Well, that's bullshit too, because there wasn't $10,000 worth of liens there. Not even close, man. Not even close. They paid me about 1,700. There's no way they paid the principal guy 8,300 on those two pieces of property he had. There wasn't that much tax on them. Not even close. Do you have a body cam mount or just carry? I'm just carrying it right now. I do have a body cam mount. It doesn't work very well for this. I can't really. I mean, it mounts. It's a neck mount with a strap around my chest, and it doesn't hold it. It's kind of like this, and I figured you don't want to see that. And if I put it up like that, I can't read the chat because it's too close to my body. I need one like I've got, but with a little bit of an extension, so it'll be right here. And it tends to, when I'm on the mount, it tends to do this shit too. It tends to vibrate way more. So for now, I'm just kind of resigned myself to carrying it. Random Life says, Helton can't be helped. He had the best setup with Andrea and the kids. The disability checks and rent from his mom's property would have been great. Yeah. What did Butthole Bruise or Mindbender say the other day? Dude, you had the lottery. You had an expensive piece of property, rent free. You had the lottery and you blew it. I remember seeing it for sale. Man, the trailers were in rough shape. Some of them sure were. Holy cow. That one on the house and trailer on the one property I had, or the one lien I bought, wow, that was a mess. Not the one Larry had, but the other one with the little house. That was a nightmare. You don't get eagles today, but you do get geese. The Jeff Peel sticker. Jeff Peel sticker's award-winning statue there. It's award-winning. Yeah, it didn't leave month-old dishes in the water. Yeah. Disgusting. I'm getting past. I must not be walking fast today. I'm walking very slowly. Because I'm an old man. I miss old Larry too. I do miss old Larry and his straightforward way of talking. The guy was a genuine dude. No matter what you want to say about him or the state of his trailer, whatever. The guy was a genuinely nice guy. And I'm glad I got a chance to shake his hand. Well worth the trip. That was, that's 50% of why I went. I wanted to meet Larry. Yeah, it was a big deal to me to prove Vaughn wrong, but the side thing in there, I got to meet Larry in April. Used to skip work just to watch Larry. There you go. I used to watch Larry at work. So there. I was sure glad when he figured out StreamYard and was able to get some guests on there, and it was just a lot more fun for him. A lot more fun for him than just streaming on Facebook. We have a park for geese, not just a statue. Oh, yeah, we got geese around here, believe me. We got the real ones too. We got the real ones out in force. Uh, who's young, Sepno? He said, laugh out loud, they young. The girls that passed me? A lot younger than me, that's for damn sure. I'm not in a hurry. I just want to walk the miles. Oh. Beverage is already getting warm. It's so much nicer when it's cold. Yeah, I'm glad you did too. Yep. I wish I could. I wish more people could have met him. I know Larry enjoyed that. And the flag thing, it was such a big deal to him. And it's just like, dude, I just went to a truck stop and bought a flag. It was not a big deal. But it was such a big deal to him. He liked his flags. Loved his flags, you might say. Loved him some flags, man. Robbie Battle says, yeah, Miss Larry. He was funny. He was funny. He was funny. He was genuine. Not an ounce of liar in that guy at all. Not an ounce of fake. And that's hard to find on the internet these days. Hard to come across on the internet. Fake people, man. Not Larry. Not Larry Frost. Genuine as a rotten egg. I don't know. Genuine as what? Genuine as a diamond. There you go. Diamond in the rough. Oh, the girls have passed you yet. That's way behind. They're way up there now. Yep. I didn't mean to assume it was pedo related whatsoever. They were quite a bit younger than me. And hence the walking a lot faster, I would say. That's a good theory there. Way younger, they're going to walk faster. I'm old and tired. And I worked at 10 today, damn it. Like 10 and a half. I worked a long day, Jack. Got there about 7:45, didn't go home at 6:15. That's 10 and a half hours for counting at home. Random Life says, yeah, Larry was always real. And yeah, he was poor, but I loved his morning streams, flags and coins, millions of coins. Yeah. Way he would post something and Helton would get so worked up. Yeah. Yeah, he was something, man. Miss old Larry. Oh, hope April's doing okay. Well, maybe she went home to family or something. I don't like the thought of her being alone up there on that hill in that trailer. Vaughn thinks he's still alive. Well, Vaughn's an idiot. He thinks he's still alive because he didn't see an obituary. I'm sorry to tell you, Vaughn, but I told you the truth. They were too poor to get an obituary written up and too poor to bury him. So fuck you, Vaughn. He called me a liar over that. They had over $2 million. Fuck you, Vaughn. I met the man. I shook his hand. He didn't have no damn $2 million. Bullshit. That pissed me off. I went to his house, Vaughn. You can't even go in his backyard to your mom's grave. What the fuck? You tell me the man has $2 million. They can't afford to have an obituary written. It costs money, Vaughn. Dumbass. Speaking of obituaries, another guy who's never going to have one, Von Helton. Nobody in this world gives a shit enough to write an obituary for him. Nobody in this world, not one person, is going to give a rat's ass when that guy croaks finally. And it's going to be soon. No, that's not a death threat or anything. I'm not going to do it. He's going to take care of that himself. Oh shit, he's jogging. No, I worry about April, yeah. Helton can't admit to his lies. Never has been, never could, never will. The only question is how much of it does he realize is a lie and how much is he just that stupid? And the correct answer to that is yes. He's stupid and he knows he lies. Both are correct. I gotta admit that I'm not allowed to lie. It's one hell of a cover. It's one hell of a cover. Except we all know you do. His gods will write one. Yeah, for the obituary, right. Helton has a disease that makes him cold. Interesting. It's called poor circulation. It's poor circulation disease. Makes him cold. I think he is in a state of total delusion. That's Robbie Battle. Dude is talking to the sky at night. Yeah, he's completely lost it. No doubt about it. Guy is certifiably loony. %70 battery. We've been walking now for 38 minutes and 20 seconds. Well, we've been live for 38 minutes, 20 seconds. We've been walking a little more than that. I don't start it right outside my door, folks. That would be weird. Hiya, Mountain Mama. Says April is doing good. Her boy graduated college and is back home helping care for his mother with bills and cleaning, and her son cooks dinner. Fantastic. Glad to hear that. Thank you for the update, Mountain Mama. Appreciate that. If you talk to April, tell her we're all thinking good thoughts about her and we all miss Larry. I'm sure you already do that. But pass that on for me. We're thinking of her and we miss Larry terribly. Oh. Bum says Vaughn thinks everyone is just a supporting actor in his life, as if Larry would fake his demise to run away from Vaughn with $1 million. Yeah, exactly. Mountain Mama says took April grocery shopping the other day. Fantastic. Thank you for being there and helping her out. Oh, there we got a good yawn in. Got past it. You know, sometimes you're trying to yawn, you can't really get a big yawn, and finally something not pops but releases, and you get that yawn back past your throat, and you're like, oh, it felt so good. Felt so good. Got some deep air in there, yeah. Well, you immediately want to do it again. Uh-oh, got the family with the tricycle and the bicycle with some training wheels up ahead. You're catching up fast. We don't have a lot farther to go on the river trail. We're just going to turn up on 41st this time. Vaughn is the ultimate drama actor I have ever seen. That's not me making that up, folks. That was an actual name of a store here. Ugh, you need them tires. Yes, it's a play on Native Americans. And yes, it's probably offensive in 2025. But in 1985, when that store was around, nobody cared. It's funny. Nobody got offended by Ugh, you need them tires. Hmm. I don't know. Random Shanny is pretty bad. Yeah. Shanny is pretty bad. Being a drama queen, that's for sure. I'm going to walk on the little muddy side trail for a moment to get around the slower traffic. He is a red man. Come on now. He's not. He's really not. I hate to tell you, but the 2 or 3% I generously give him doesn't qualify him. Sorry. Ironically, he could be a member of the Cherokee tribe, though. Eastern Cherokee Nation has no quantum requirement. All you have to do is show an ancestor, and you can get a card. You can't get much with it. People think Native Americans just get a check. No, not most of them. The money they receive helps fund social programs that help the tribe members. They don't just get money. They get reduced cost housing, reduced cost medical, et cetera, et cetera. You don't just get a check any more than you get a check for the oil. People think people that live in Oklahoma get a check because there's oil here, just because we live in Oklahoma. And, no, I've heard that many times. No, we don't. Or landowners. Landowners get a check in Oklahoma. No, they don't. Some do. Rare bird. Most do not. Just because you own a piece of property doesn't mean you have mineral rights and there's oil there. That's unusual. Yeah, we all know this pipes are fire. I proved it. The series of videos. You can go back and look at it. They must have run to the 41st Street little plaza there and turned around. Which means they parked somewhere. He has cousins that have Cherokee in them. I highly doubt Vaughn does. Oh, he has Cherokee in him. He is definitely a descendant of Chief Redbird. It's in his ancestry, but it's seventh great grandfather. It's way back there, and he wants to claim that he wants to claim his mother's mother was 100%. It's just not true. Carrie Chandler. No, she wasn't. You can't demonstrate that. And even if Carrie Chandler was 100% Cherokee, that raises him to about 25%. About. Now, Redbird's on his father's side through the Brocks. The Brocks come in on the dad's side. Heltons. Shadrach Helton and Farmer Helton, they're descendants of Chief Redbird. Didn't see that with the Chandlers. Didn't see that with the Frost. We have not enough claim. Well, actually, like I said, Eastern Cherokee tribe, there's no quantum requirement. All you have to do is show an ancestor that was Cherokee tribe, and you can be a member. But like anything else, there are levels of membership. But you can get your tribal membership card, and you can enroll in benefits, even if you're only 2%. Like mine. It's doable. Not doable in my tribe. You have to be 25% more. That's the way tribes die, though. It's actually smart to have a lower quantum or no quantum because you get more membership. The tribe stays alive. We're kind of a thing here in Oklahoma. There's so many folks with membership cards. Kind of everybody knows the score down here. Everybody knows something or is something. Pretty much. Another theory people say, so when you live in Oklahoma, you've got Indian blood. If you're from Oklahoma, you've got Native American blood. That's not necessarily true. People have moved here from other places. All right, folks, we've reached the 41st place. A little fountain the bathrooms and the facilities, which we're not going to use. We're just going to turn up onto 41st Street and head back east. We're about the halfway point in our journey. We've been walking, oh, I've been online about 46 and a half minutes. We've been walking about 50. I really only wanted to walk about an hour tonight. So much for that, right? I'm 50 minutes away from my house, so it's going to be a minimum of an hour 40. I mean, a minimum of 100 minutes. Quick math tells me that's an hour 40. Oh well, you do what you can. Not west. No, we're heading back east. West was to the river, into the sun. Remember the first part of the stream where I was going into the sun? Yeah. Pretty cloudy. Oh, there. It's not cloudy at all here. Finally. Well, I'd say it's not cloudy at all. There's some cloud cover, but not nearly as bad. See the moon over there? You can see the moon. It's perfect. You see the bugs crawling on my arms. Looks pretty out. My Strava app does count steps. I don't pay much attention to it. I'm usually between 10 and 13,000 per walk, somewhere in that area. It's funny because sometimes I'll go farther distance and have less steps, and vice versa. Sometimes I'll go less distance and have more steps. It's weird to me. So I don't pay much attention to the step count. It's interesting. It's in the stats. I can always look at it. Wow, I took 13,500 steps today, just on that walk. That's amazing. Yeah, we're heading back east, down 41st Street, which is nice because it actually has a sidewalk on one side of the street. Unlike some other streets around here I could mention, this one actually has a sidewalk on the north side of the street. No sidewalk on the south side over there. Can't have that. And we can walk all the way back at 41st, back to that well-to-do neighborhood that I like to walk through, and get on home. Or we could turn on Peoria and walk back the way we came, through some back streets. Not nearly as nice a neighborhood. I think we'll try that today, just to change it up. Mountain Mama says, thought my parakeet is making a weird chirp. Yeah, forgot you said the stoplight walk chirps. Yeah, apparently for the visually impaired folks, it makes a sound. And my question is always, well, why are visually impaired people crossing the street by themselves? That seems dangerous. You can't see well enough to see you got the go sign. Should you really be out walking in front of cars? Maybe I'm being ableist, and I apologize if I am, but it just seems like a weird thing to do to me. Wonder if it's for drunks or something. Someone who would fall and hit their head. Need to find their way somewhere. Yeah, that's gonna work for me. I don't know. It seems strange to me. Is there something for visually impaired folks at a crosswalk? Across traffic. Hey, look, mushrooms. And no, I'm not going to pick one up and eat it. Those wild mushrooms are poisonous. Can't eat them. There's another little one. Little mushroom. Little mushroom in the grass. Who doesn't love mushrooms? I love to eat mushrooms. Just I'm not going to pick one out of somebody's yard and just chomp it down because they're poisonous. Those wild mushrooms are not good for you. I love some of the shiitake mushrooms, which are like meat. Those shiitake mushroom caps, you fry them up in a little oil. Can't beat that stuff. Cut them with a knife and fork, swear you're having a steak. Sydney says, I don't like mushrooms, yuck. Party pooper. What's wrong with mushrooms? What did mushrooms ever do to you, Sydney? You take that back. You don't ever hear about mushrooms and taking off work and going home and beating their wife. You know why? Because mushrooms are good people. Raw shiitakes are toxic. Maybe. Boy, cooked ones are awful good. Sydney says no. Caramelized onions, spinach, and mushrooms. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Stir fried up in a skillet. Oh, man. Now you're speaking my language. Mushroom and onions and spinach. Throw maybe some bell pepper in there. Lots of salt and pepper. Maybe some smoked paprika to finish it up. Man, you're speaking my language now. You want to get a little protein in there, a little turkey sausage. Slice up some little discs. Fry it up in there. It's like cowboy stir fry now. Throw some corn, some cabbage in there. Wow. Cowboy stir fry, we call that around here. On your Blackstone, on your flat top griddle. I massacred that. Your flat top griddle. Blackstone. It's the only one around here. Hasty Bake. That's another brand. But everybody around here is Blackstone. Throw a little oil on there. Always garlic. Yeah, got to have some cloves of garlic. Some cloves. Hell, just throw the whole bunch on there. Whole stinking flour, about 12 cloves. Crush them up in there. Your children have been learning to cook garlic potato soup and cabbage bacon stew. Good stuff, both. Good stuff, both. Oh, we are walking now, leasing 2 bedrooms here at the Brookside Garden. Not a sponsor. These are some strange little duplexes here, little tiny houses. This is what you call a tiny house. Tiny house. Really weird. Those are small. Little rental, probably $500-600 a month. Not much to them. Kitchen, a bedroom, and a little bathroom in between. Bathroom barely big enough to get in there and sit on the toilet. I've been in places like that. Mountain Mama, you are definitely speaking my language. Garlic potato soup and cabbage bacon stew. 2 good choices. Got the all-terrain bikes coming by. I used to have a Giant like that. The Giant was the brand name of my bike. It had fat tires like that. It wasn't really an off-road bike. It was called a hybrid, but it had fatter tires and shocks. And I don't know why I quit riding bikes. That was my last fitness kick, was bike riding. Got rid of that bike finally. Got tired of the tires being flat. It's a constant pain in the ass with bicycles. Always having to fix a tire. Feeling like constantly. Oh, it's 8:07, guys. It's going to get dark soon. I'm afraid you're going to miss the end of my walk. I'm going to turn it off here pretty soon. But I do appreciate everybody coming. Thank you for the likes. The 6 of you who liked it up. It says we got 9 folks watching now, but can't really trust that counter. We got some folks watching, and I do appreciate you coming by and chatting with me. Makes the walks a little more fun. Nobody just wants to walk and not do anything, not talk to anybody. So I do appreciate it. What we got going on over there? Very weird. Going through some stuff at the Goodwill place. Smell something cooking. Somebody's cooking. Might be that Coney Islander over there that's kind of coming from that direction. Coney Islander is basically a hot dog place, little hot dogs. Coney Islander is about 4 or 5 inch long. little tiny hot dog. You buy about a dozen of them at a time, with cheese and chili. So note that thank you for the stream if you're ending it soon. Soon, it's starting to get dark. I'm going to conserve my battery so I can listen to some tunes on the way back. Kind of a nice way to mellow out the end of my run, end of my walk. It's really didn't intend to go this far today, but we just kept on walking. So again, it's hard for me to find a 1 hour path. Obviously, I've been walking over an hour already. Here we go. Yeah, South Peoria Avenue walk. We'll go a little farther until we get to the residential area, and then there's nothing to look at, no points. Got the old Come and Go here. It's like a 7-Eleven kind of place. Been closed for a while. I don't know why they went out of business. That seems like a busy intersection. I don't know why a gas station wouldn't do well here. But it is what it is. I'm going to ditch my beverage. This trash can over here. It's almost gone anyway, and it's tasting bitter. But hydration is important. Lord Humongous, welcome. It says, I know Oklahoma is a really red state, but your state school superintendent is quite the character. Oh, yeah, David Walters. And I mean one dumb mofo. He's the guy who's been on this rant to get Bibles back into the schools, requiring all the... He thinks he can sign executive orders like a president or something, and people will just blindly follow them. And he found out, he fucked around and found out, even in Oklahoma, they don't go for that bullshit. So, yeah, look up, if you want some fun, look up David Walters, Oklahoma State Superintendent of Education, and look at some of the crazy stories on this guy. He is nuts. You're absolutely right. And with that, folks, I'm going to call it a night for the stream, but I do appreciate you guys coming by. Like it up if you like. I'm not much on views and likes, but if you want to help me in the algorithm, I'd appreciate you liking it on the way out. Do appreciate everyone that came tonight. And until next time, guys, we'll see ya. Bye-bye.